everyone. It's Pat, and I'm coming on today. Today's the 24th of July. So we're coming right into the end of July here. And I wanted to come on today to do a little reading for the week to get some of the energies, pick up on some of the energies and messages for the week. And I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be featuring The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. And I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm going to approach today's reading the way I approach personal readings with people, because I'm offering sort of an introductory reading special with the Good Tarot. I've outlined it below in the description. If you're interested, I'm offering an introductory reading for $25 using the Good Tarot. It's going to be a 3 to 5 card spread, and it'll include a clearing, kind of like what I'm going to be doing at the beginning of this video today. So there's instructions below if you're interested, but for now, let's move forward with our reading for today and our energies for the week. Okay, so everybody, as you're watching, take a nice deep breath. And just bring your attention to your breath for a minute. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to be here and present with us now. Archangel Michael, please be here and present with all of us who are watching this video, either live or in replay. Please cut any cords of fear that may be attached to us, that may be draining our energies in any way. And take a nice deep breath. Michael's cutting cords for you. And it does feel like a lot of you are worried about the state of the world, the state of the nation right now. Continue to breathe and relax. Archangel Michael, please now vacuum away any negative psychic debris. Escort away the negative and lower energies or entities from anywhere around me or the people who are watching this video today. And to the degree that your free will allows, Michael will help you in this way. He's sort of working on you collectively and individually as you watch the video. And I get a sense of famine, people worried about food shortages, and it just feels like there's a lot of worry. Maybe for something you're going through personally, or just with what's going on in the world. Okay. Archangel Michael, please lift and remove the swords, knives, daggers, arrows from anywhere in our energy field. Lift and remove those heavy duty, angry or regretful thoughts that may have been directed our way. Okay. Breathe and relax. And before we get into the Good Tarot, of course, I'll pick Archangel cards. I always do, to oversee the reading and see what the message is. Who do we need to work with this week? Who's working with us as we head into our week? All right, so we have a message of nurturing from Archangel Gabriel. So I get this. A lot of us are already nurturing ourselves. We're taking those steps to do that. This is, for us here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in our summertime. It's July. A lot of people are on vacation. So they're doing the things to nurture themselves. And what's on this card, it's about, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. So it's about being playful too. A lot of it we're on vacations with our kids. We're doing things with them that are fun, maybe playing in the pool, or going to doing other things. Maybe you're doing something inside. It's scorchingly hot out. I know it is here where I am. And I know it is in many places around this country and probably in the world too. But it's about, one of the things that we do with kids is we play with them. And that's what summertime is about. It's that playful time. So don't forget to nurture your own inner child and, maybe do that cannonball in the pool or, do something that's fun. Okay. And that's nurturing your inner child. Play in the sand with them. If you go to the beach, maybe you do something else. Maybe you go to the pond. It says both activities are important for you right now. All right. So anyways, it's as equally as important to nurture our own inner spirit, our own inner child, as it is with the, to give ourselves that same care, love, and attention that we give to our children. Okay. So that's what this is about. That's an overarching theme for this week. Take care of yourself, have fun, play, nurture your own spirit. There. All right. So now, with the Good Tarot, I'm using primarily, I'm not going to be pulling from the whole deck. I'm just going to be primarily pulling from the major arcana cards. Okay. And the Good Tarot is a deck that is, it's a sort of softer version of the original tarots. The Rider-Waite decks, a lot of the original tarot decks are very medieval in their symbolism. They have the swords. They have, some of them can be very dark in their imagery. And so when Colette designed this deck, she designed it with the intention of lightening it up, softening it up a little bit in its imagery, because sometimes those images and those cards can be a little bit scary. But it's not necessarily to soften the truth about life. It doesn't mean you don't, it's not an artificial positivity or, it's just meant to be looking at life as a process and what we can learn from it. And from that element of positive psychology. So, because cards, whether they're oracle or tarot, a tarot is a storytelling tool. So anyways, I won't elaborate too much on that, but I just wanted to, there's a reasoning with it's calling the Good Tarot. It's because it focuses on the good and what's in the best and highest good. Okay. So, and there's a lot of tarot decks now that have a lot more positive imagery, not just hers. There's a lot of decks that have come out that have the 72 cards of the tarot that use the earth elements rather than, the swords and the cups and the pentacles and things like that. And they are intended to have a little bit more of a positive, upbeat, not quite so scary feeling about the tarot. Okay. All right. So what are our energies this week? We want to ask Spirit. One of our overarching energies is Gabriel with the message of nurturing ourselves. Let's see what else is coming up for this week. What else will we need to see, work with? What energies? That one wants to come out. Oh, that one wants to come out. Okay. That flipped out, this one. Oh, and there was another one that flipped out. Okay. And we'll see if we need to pull any more after this. Okay. So, we're starting out with the World, okay? And so this is the beginning card of the week. And the World card has to do with perspective, all right? We're getting that larger perspective of what's been going on, okay? And it is calling a lot of us to shift our perspective about things. I know here in the United States, the January 6th hearings have been a major, piece of the news. And there's a lot of things that are coming to light. There's still more information. There's going to be information that's coming to light for months and, probably even years about this time in our history. And, the tenure of the former guy, I'll say. But anyways, it's helping us in human as a human a population of the human race, regardless of what culture you're from, to develop a more world perspective. Okay, we have access now, informational access to things that are going on around the world in ways that we never have before. So it's bringing us new perspectives about that. Okay, so I also feel for um, those of us personally and individually, um, something may happen this week, the beginning of the week, that's going to expand your perspective of something. It's going to might be like an, oh, okay, you get a grander understanding. You know, you're stepping back and looking at the worldview, the bigger picture. Okay, this is all about perspective. So, in her book, there's some positive affirmations that go along with this. And it says, I'm first and foremost an immortal soul experiencing life as a human being. I can see clearly that I'm a powerful co-creator in divine partnership with spirit. And you're being called to shift your perspective on your life. Um, Align yourself with spirit, remaining unattached to outcomes. Okay. So there's a lot to be said about being in the world, but not of it. But anyway, so there's something going on at the beginning of the week that's shifting our perspective to see a bigger picture. Okay. The next card that we have coming in here is the Hierophant, which represents, used to be called the Pope card, but the Hierophant is, I think, like it's about the law. It's in this deck, it's very much about higher spiritual law. So I want to look back and let's see. You know, on a personal level, it can be us, you know, calling in and tuning in to our spirits, our guides, our angels, calling on God, calling on that higher spiritual law, that higher spiritual perspective. Um, Engaging your faith. Um, but in many ways, it's about, you know, we're gaining more perspective, and the higher law is coming into place. Okay. Or I guess I want to say the essence of the law is coming into place. Okay. So, and at the end of the last card here, we have the star. Okay. And it's got the beautiful golden, I don't want to say it's a sun, but it's kind of like a sun behind it, but not quite a full sun. It's, so the star is very much about inspiration. Okay. Being hopeful and inspired by life. Everything that's happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. So I think as the week comes to a close, we're going to feel a lot more hopeful about where things are going. All right. And that hope may come in the form of starting over, or in the form of a new beginning. Okay. Um, so those are some themes that are coming up for this week. A reminder of playfulness, tuning in with your inner child. And, you know, that may also be part of the shift in perspective. Okay. Sometimes when we let go of the structure of our day-to-day life, the stress of work, and get back to the playful part of ourselves, remembering like the kid within us, it does shift our perspective. You know, when you have a whole different perspective when you sit down on the floor and look at things from a child's level, and you see what they see. Okay. It's a shift in perspective that way. We can, once we get out of our, regular working environment, and either maybe you're traveling to a different part of the world, or you're going someplace where you don't have the usual normal routines, it shifts your perspective of things. Especially when you go to if you go and visit a different country and see how different it is from the one that you live in, that completely shifts your perspective. So, um, so the week has a lot of interesting energy to it. Um, and the Hierophant might be you getting back to your own practices, after your shift in perspective. Spiritual practices are getting back to taking care of yourself more often, maybe meditating or spending time by yourself a bit more. And taking that time to tune into your own higher intuition, your own higher authority. I'm kind of glancing over at some notes that I have to see what else might be worthwhile, or what other hits I get about it for this week. It's about getting in touch with your own divinity too. Okay. Um, I'm reminded of that song as I look at the world card that came out. Um, oh gosh, I want to say this was back in the 80s, so I'm dating myself a little bit, but we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start living. And it was done because we were remembering and trying to send help to a nation in the world that was desperately in need of it. And it was, that along with Live Aid was raising funds to send to that. And so that's, also an element of this world card that's going on, and the shift in perspective and calling upon our higher nature, our spiritual truth, and getting into a more hopeful place, more hopeful outcome, um, being inspired. There was a lot of inspiration that came out of people who had a larger perspective of the world in the 80s, and they made some fantastic music from it. So maybe that's part of what you'll be inspired to do as well. All right, let's see. Is there any other card deck that I want? I have half a dozen card decks around me right now. I'm immersed in Oracle deck heaven. I have another one of Colette's decks, but I'm also kind of like a little wanting to call on the mermaids. It's not Mermaid Monday, but tomorrow is Monday. So, all right, mermaids, what message would you have for us? So take the time to connect with your spirit, with your own inner self, your own inner being. If you're feeling in a place of, in a fearful place about the world, we want to shift the perspective a bit. Tune into your own inner being, your own higher self, and then you will find the inspiration that you're looking for. Okay, mermaids, what do people need to know for the week? All right, nothing's popping out, so I might just have to pick. Here. Playtime. Surprise, surprise. Very much what I said with the first card. The dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestations. Okay, that is a perfect card. Surprise, surprise. Oh, and okay, so I did pick up Colette's other deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle, and out jumped the Tribe. So this is really about being with your peeps, with your community of people, the people that you have fun with. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's an extended family, maybe it's a group of friends that you get together with on vacation, and you all go to some camp someplace or something like that. But it's about enjoying your time with your tribe, enjoying some playtime with your tribe. All right. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you're interested in an introductory reading, please shoot me an email. And if you enjoyed this video today, please hit the like and the subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed. But anyways, take care. Many blessings to you. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Take care, everyone.